gentlemen, April 11th, 2025, live from New York City, it's the Fantasy Baseball Show, where we got updates, highlights, and breaking news of the Fantasy League, ladies and gentlemen. We got baseball with Lowe's live, fantasy baseball scoreboards, waiver wire action. Talk a little bit about what's happening in the waiver wire. Free agency scouting, where we scout and give our recommendations for add and drops. Probable starters of the day, parlays of the day. Talk a little bit about the New York Yankees. Got a good show. Got a lot. The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company. Baseball with Lowe's. Loso, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
I'm sure you're doing pretty damn good. You got a nice little league here, 18-3.
What matchup you like? You keeping an eye on besides yours?
I haven't even. It's so early in the game. I haven't really been looking at anybody's team. But, you know, you can't help. If you do look at the standings, you can't help but look at Pedro's team because he's in first place. Yeah. So you see what's going on with him, and then looks like the computer is doing their thing over there.
That shit's in Hall of Fame, man. He thought it was gonna be a rookie. It's in Hall of Fame. About to get that first out of the season.
Yeah, it's in Hall of Fame, huh?
Yeah, that computer's in Hall of Fame.
You gotta throw strikes.
Let's get deep into Kendu's team.
I mean, yeah.
He's one of the experts.
El Jefe. He's batting .302, you know. He's having a great week so far. He has 7 jacks, 18 run score. The dude is scoring. Matter of fact, let's dive into that right there a little bit.
That's why I wanted to dive into that, because that was a little. That's some numbers.
Let me see. I go on Machado. Machado has been on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game hitting streak. A couple multi-hit games in between. You know, he got Bo Bichette. He had a 3 for 4 a couple nights ago.
Bo Bichette and the Toronto Blue Jays, it's time. Who do you think is Kendu's MVP, Athletics MVP so far? Who's the one carrying that team, or is there a well-balanced team?
You got Max Fried. Max Fried has been amazing. 2-0 with a 1.56 ERA.
Yo, Max Fried. Hold on. That was old school. Yeah. That was old school pitching performance. What I saw out of Max Fried.
So he looked like Andy Pettit, right?
He looks like
a vintage Andy Pettit back in the day.
Yeah, that looks like old school baseball. That was fun to watch.
That curveball was nasty, son.
Yeah, man. That
curveball was nasty.
And
it was nasty, though.
He had a grill on his face too. Like he was ready for war.
You know, him and Flaherty, the pitcher from the other team from Detroit, they best friends.
Right.
So it was also that type of, you know, it was also like, I ain't gonna lose to my boy, my man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we ain't doing that.
But Carlos, you know, a little bit about
I like that.
That you brought about Jack Flaherty, bro. How good is Detroit's pitching staff? Is it really that good?
Hey man, they're doing good right now. We'll see, man. You know what I mean? They got a young pitching staff over there too, so we'll see. It's a long season, man. It's early.
The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company. So one scary team is trailing against Che 12-8. How that matchup is looking?
Yeah, but the innings is still early. He has 27. I doubt he hits the benchmark again, by the way.
No, I think...
So we got to look at that again.
I was looking at that. I think people are going to hit. A lot of people got 20, 25, but I think they'll hit in the weekend.
I don't know. We'll see. One has used 9 of his 10 ad drop spots. He's killing the pitching. Juan's going to win this. This is way hell yeah, because as soon as he hits the 45 inning mark, is game.
And Analytical is leading his boy OnlyFans 10-7.
OnlyFans got 35 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. This guy got 20. Analytics got 25 innings pitched, 6 earned runs.
And
again, when OnlyFans hits his 45 innings pitch limit, he's gonna get all those categories. That's like the positive of the 45 inning things. Like that can happen, yo. The pitcher can get rocked.
Yeah, they could give up 6.
You know, and you gotta use multiple pitchers.
This is the thing coming in, making that 45 innings pitches rule. I feel like, first of all, you need to add some pitchers every week. You know, because you're not gonna have enough pitchers in your core rotation to get your 45 innings.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pick up a pitcher or two to help you reach that limit, which I think was a little bit more, making it more competitive in a sense.
Well, I mean, listen, man, it definitely makes it more interesting. It's different. People gotta hit the limit though. Like you raise the limit all the way up, and then people don't hit the limit week after week. How does that benefit the all-around competition of the league? You know, the competitive balance, because it sucks. You know, isn't that the whole point? Or you just want to get a participation trophy? See, that's a problem, man. Dudes want their participation trophies.
The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company.
Yo, but what's good, yo? I thought we were gonna add my boy, son.
Introduce him to
what's going on?
Introduce him to the people.
It's my boy Ro, and he's ready to take over the team that was drafted but then left for dead. Unless we give it out to the people.
Like, comment, subscribe if you want that team. That team is open. We could do a live auction.
Okay.
And it could end up being for the people.
I mean, it could be a first come, first serve.
The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company. David against Kindle, Analytics against the best GM. It's not looking too good for the best GM, when somebody hits that 45 innings pitch with that score change.
That's the thing, man. It's like you just never know. You just never know.
I know Analytics. He left in chat. He left a comment saying that we should interview the winners of each week if they about it.
I mean, that'd be awesome. We could talk to you about it right now. I mean, you're making some hell of a pickups. You pick up Ty France, and Doyle, the center fielder. That dude's destroying the baseball.
You know, I like to look at numbers. I'm a numbers type of guy. Old school numbers, I like it. You know, I like to see how this guy performs against a lefty. I like how the lefty performs against a righty. You know, like, I love to see those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like Ty France, he was on my radar after my statistical scouting. He popped up. I felt like he was a good pickup. Mm-hmm. His bat was hot. We brought him in the team for a little stream day, and he showed up.
This has been a complete ass whooping. You know, so much so that I switched up the whole entire outfield. I said, everybody's gone. They're not going to be on the team anymore. And we're just going to go another direction. And we went another direction.
The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company.
This is a good one right here. If I could hit this would be cool. So I was watching the swing of McKinstry, right, from the Detroit Tigers on fantasy. They got him as a shortstop and third base.
Okay.
So, you know, that's another thing about our league, that the positions are key. You know.
Right.
But dude, I like this dude's swing, man. I really do, bro. I really like this dude's swing. Like he took some good swings off Freed. Like he was like, it was just impressive. So I'm taking a little gamble on him, man. I'm trying to see. Always trying to see if we can get better there. But I think watch out for that pickup right there. His name is Zach McKinstry. Shortstop, third base. He is currently batting .371 with 1 home run, 6 RBIs. He's on a current 7-game hitting streak. That's hitting 8 out of his last 9. This guy has a good swing, bro. I'm telling you, this guy has a good swing. And I think that swing is going to play.
The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company.
You know, bro, I always think like they used to do their thing when they played the Yankees. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like that anymore. I don't know if we have that type of
aura.
Pizzazz anymore, but we'll see, no?
It's like when when basketball players come to the Garden, that's a little played out already because
it used to be like OD, right?
Yeah.
It used to be like,
but now the Garden hasn't done it.
This game.
Yeah, the Garden. There's so many people that was born already that they never seen the Garden history. They don't know the history of the Garden. They don't know the history of Yankee Stadium. Like, why would someone?
But we also haven't won that, bro. It's also you gotta win, dog.
Yeah, we're no different.
You can't be.
We're no different than the other.
This is the building. This building is building. Guys, a mystique.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't won in years, bro.
Yeah,
Let's get this going. Like, come on.
Why should
do that?
Why? I was listening to the Michael K show and he was asking like, why should someone born in '98? I think he was talking about Soto, born in 1998, care about Monument Park like that? Since '98, it hasn't done anything.
Hasn't we ever done anything monumental? We gotta understand that this is one thing that has to be understood, folks. That Aaron Judge is different. Aaron Judge is different. Aaron Judge is from the farm system because we always get crap for not having guys from the farm system. This dude is on pace now to win his 3rd MVP. Wait, he's gonna be in the same conversation as Trout, in the sense of, the last farm system, dudes come from the farm system and win 3 MVPs.
His playoff performances.
Nah, you got it. Yeah.
He doesn't show up. He doesn't show up when the lights are on. And no, I love Judge. I love Aaron Judge. I love him, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm not taking him for granted. He's something that I'm happy that I'm able to witness, because we witnessed some real athletes in our life. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Barry Bonds.
Very different.
We see some athletes, but like Aaron Judge, there isn't. But when the lights are on, when that weather turns to October weather, something happens.
I don't even know. I can't even say nothing to you about that one. That's the one thing that if I have to be completely honest, I think that Aaron Judge is one of the best players in the history of the game against 3, 4, 5 pitchers, or even, and sometimes every once in a while too. But like guys, top,
yeah, horses,
number one guy,
real horses.
The horses. If it's gonna be a horse versus a horse situation, the other horse is probably gonna win.
Yeah.
But hey man, that's always subject to change, bro. The same situation was with A-Rod. Then my man A-Rod won us a championship in 2009, dog. So you know what I'm saying? He's gonna get opportunities. See, that's the thing that kind of bothered me about the whole Soto thing. And Soto was like, and I heard that he was saying like, after a couple years, I don't know how the future's gonna look. Bro, the future's gonna be like what it's been, what the history has been, and what it still is. We're gonna be in the playoffs no matter what.
Yeah, but Carlos,
You know what I'm trying to
again, he's born in 1998. Let's say the history of since 1998.
Yeah, but even since 1998, we've been in the playoffs so much.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. What the hell the Mets? What the Mets have done since 1998?
Bro, I'm just saying, like, and even since 1998, 98, we won in 99. We won in 99, 2000.
09.
I think we lost in 2001. 2001, that was Gonzalez, right? Luis Gonzalez?
Yeah, Mariano Rivera. That was the only time I seen Mariano Rivera with that face in his look. Like he was heartbroken. But it's crazy that inning, that whole inning was crazy because we always depended on soft hits with Mariano, like broken bats, and they were just finding the grass.
That's exactly what they were doing. It was. That's what it is, man.
You know, one Yankee moment I would never forget. I would never forget this moment. Against the Red Sox, we down early, and it's Jorge Posada. It was Jorge Posada. He hit like a bloop double and tied it, man.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. That was against Pedro Martinez.
Yeah,
that was I remember earlier in that year. That was when Pedro had told
Garcia.
Posada, I throw in your head. I throw at your head, and Posada was like, "Come on, throw on my head." And then during the playoffs, my man, that was huge, bro. That was hot. Yo, so what you thinking about the Yankees right now? What you think, man?
Obviously, they lefty heavy, but that's like Captain Obvious shit. But I would say,
What you mean?
Like, listen, man. Your backup your catcher is Austin Wells, right? Your backup catcher should be a righty because your Austin Wells is a lefty. Your backup catcher is JC Escarra, which I like him lefty. Okay.
Right.
Now you got your outfield, Trent Grisham. That he's a lefty.
Yeah.
Dominguez, he's a switch hitter, but he's better lefty.
Yo, bro, you know, what do you think about that? But I gave up on them fantasy wise, bro.
Who?
What do you?
Wait,
Dominguez, man.
You dropped Dominguez?
I dropped him, man.
Wait, what? When did you drop him?
Say, man.
Like, what were you on the call?
No, I did drop him, man.
Oh, nah, that's a waiver spot right there. What are you talking about? I love Dominguez. The Fantasy Baseball Show is presented by Property Management Group Company. If you're tired of your uncle sleeping the couch to couch, Property Management Group Company. I saw the report that came out, I think maybe Stephen A, I don't know, that somebody said the same thing you were saying the last show about Vladdy. He came out and said that it's a big relief that they was able to work out an extension.
Yeah. No, I mean, come on, man. Some things are just human nature, man. I mean, everybody, these are human beings, bro. People think that's the problem about, jobs like this stuff. People think that it's easy, but it's not. He's got a human being. So even though I know we're talking about, an enormous amount of money. But this is still a situation where he's trying to secure his family and his generation, his family for generations to come. So he's trying to figure all that out, while playing baseball. Now he's gonna focus on that. Now he's like, yo, bro, my family should be good.
A few things with that contract that people probably they don't think about it like that, but that opens up the market for first basemen. Obviously, now that's a baseline for a great first baseman. I think $35 million a year. So that will be a good benchmark. That's a type of thing that he's doing for the future of the game. Another thing is a bonus signing.
Yeah, he got this. $325 million signing bonus.
Yeah. So
does not contain any deferred money or opt-out clauses.
Right. So it's a very great contract. Shout out to Scott Boris because he's the best of the best. But this is the thing that I thought was safe for Juan Soto to do with Washington when they offered him. They basically offered him that, and what he did, he declined it. He bet on himself with the, like you were talking about, with the monkey on his shoulder all season. He performed and he got a record contract. I'm not saying nothing about Vlad. I'm happy for dude. I'm happy for the Toronto Blue Jays, but that's the difference between someone that's able to perform with high risk and
no, I mean, no, he bet on himself, and that's admirable right there, dogs. What Soto did,
yeah,
that was. I'm not, you gotta, it's not easy, man, to turn down $400-500 million and say, nah, dog, there's another 200 out there for me.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go figure this out and go figure out how to get this extra 200 and bet on myself. That was impressive.
Two more things I was thinking about. Random thoughts I was thinking about. Right. Since we already had Juan Soto, let's just stay there with the Mets. You remember all the contract talk with P. Alonso? How lucky are they that they was able to work something out with P. Alonso, because their first baseman would have been Mark Viento, the everyday first baseman. And P. Alonso has been carrying this team since the season started.
Hey, man, P. Alonso's comfortable here. The Mets, the fans love him. He has a kind of a New York personality. This is going to work out for him. It's going to be perfect for both sides. I mean, it's been amazing for him too. You know what I'm trying to say? So, it's just funny how everybody was thinking about Soto and other people. And then, because remember, this contract was kind of it was a back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like he wanted more money, but it goes back to Vladdy. Like, I think I know Vladdy is happy that he got that contract, but I think the second happiest person to see that is P. Alonso, because now, like I said, if he has a great few seasons, he can get that. He can try to get something like that, 30, 35 a year for a long term. He's still young.
Nah, let me see that. I don't know about that, because he's in contract for another 2 years. So let me see something.
After this,
well, I mean, yeah, you're right. He'll be 32 years old.
Yeah. I think he has the same agent as Vladdy, also Scott Boris.
Hey, man, how much money has Scott Boris made with these athletes? How much money has he made for the athlete as well? I mean, but he's been around for a long time.
I was reading about Scott Boris. He played the game. He hurt his knee or something like that, which derailed his career. But he started. That's a great example. Started from the bottom. He really started from the bottom.
He's a very he's one of the best. You've been saying that, like, when you talk about agents, you've been talking about Boris and getting his players a lot of money for a long time. That's not a brand new thing. And bro, but this is the thing, though. None of the money is deferred, right? Like this Ohtani contract. This is why, like, this whole Ohtani thing, it bothers me, man. And I know as a Yankee fan, it's almost hypocritical to say that. But like, bro, you're talking about you're gonna make $2 million for 10 years to the best player in maybe the history of the game. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but
for $2 million for 10 years.
Like you mentioned, during the time that the contract happened, he making that money overseas. So it's not like he personally is taking a cut.
No, I understand that. But I'm talking about it from an
organization,
a business point of view. Yeah, I'm talking about from a business point of view and competitive balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because, yeah, bro, imagine if you were able to get Barry Bonds for $2 million a year for 10 years. Then you were able to, build a squad around Barry Bonds. What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Imagine you would have been able to have Ken Griffey Jr. for $2 million for 10 years. Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson. Imagine if you was to have these Hall of Famers for and back then that would have been like 500,000. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because it's $2 million now. So, but at the same time, I think it's hypocritical as a Yankees fan to complain about money and competitive balance when we've been doing it for ever.
We almost had the same situation as Rafael Devers in Boston with Marcus Stroman when they interviewed him at spring training, talking about coming off the bullpen, and he was like, "I'm a starter. I don't know what. I'm a starter."
100%.
It just happened to work out that we had injuries. Ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Always remember, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'm DJ Murder. This is the Fantasy Baseball Show.